Good day, viewers. Hello, I'm Alex M. Polmano, and with my partner Samboy Mimis, we are a criminology student at Urdaneta City University. I hope guys you are all doing well. For today's video, we're gonna talk about fire hazard. So before we start our video presentation, we would like to inform you that this video is for academic purposes only. Now, without further, let's get right into the video. Enjoy! In this presentation, we have a learning objectives.
Learning objectives. We will describe the definition of fire and fire hazard, recognize the elements of fire, and determine the cause of fire and how to prevent.
What is fire? Fire is a state, process, or instant of combustion in which fuel or other materials is ignited and combined with oxygen, giving off light, heat, and flame. It is fast, hot, dark, and deadly. In less than half minutes, a small fire can get out of control and turn into a major fire. It only takes minutes for thick black smoke to fill a house. In minutes, a house can be engulfed in a flame. So, in that, the fire is something is burning. We know that the fire is dangerous and deadly. In less than half minutes, a little fire or small fire can get out of control, and it will turn into a major fire. So the fire is fast. It will double in every 30 seconds. Alam naman natin na ang fire is composed of three elements: fuel, oxygen, and heat. So first, what is fuel? Any kind of combustible materials. Examples are wood, cardboard, plastic, clothes, plants, flammable liquids. These all can be example of fuel sources. Next element is the heat. What is heat or the ignition source? A heat source or ignition source is responsible for the initial of fire because heat will rise the temperature of a fuel source to the point of ignition. Example of heat sources are matches, sparks, electricity. Last elements is oxygen. Why oxygen required? Oxygen support the chemical processes that occur during fire. When fuel burns, it reacts with oxygen from the surrounding air, releasing heat and generating products.
What is fire hazard? Any actions, materials, or conditions that might increase the size or severity of a fire or that might cause a fire to start are called fire hazards. The hazard might be a fuel that is easy to ignite or a heat source. So next, we will discuss causes of fire hazard and how to prevent it. Did you know that faulty electrical connections are among the major causes of fire in the Philippines? Don't overload any electrical outlets or excess electricity flowing through the objects in your house. It can always be a potential fire hazard. Things like computers, TV system, and much more use of electricity, even when they are not on. It can always experience a jump or they can just overheat and that causes fire. Plugging into many things onto a single circuit can result fire. Keep the appliance and devices unplugged when not in use. Cigarette and matches. Smoking is the fourth leading cause of fire. Don't smoke in bed. Always have an ashtray. Make sure your cigarette is completely out before leaving it in the ashtray. Crush your cigarettes and cigar stubs thoroughly before discarding them. Do not throw your cigar or cigarette butts into waste basket. Keep matches and lighters out of sight and reach of children in a high cabinet or locked drawer.
Kitchen fires. We all know that cooking is one of the leading causes of fire or home fires. Don't leave the stove while cooking. Keep your heat producing appliances clean because old food particles and greasy build up can ignite. Turn off the burner or stove and never let the stove get red hot because cooking equipment is the primary cause of fire and death and injuries. And don't keep or store any flammable substances in your kitchen because flammable items like paper, plastic, fabric, and hair should always keep away from the excessive heat or flames.